I wanted to talk about Let's Be Beautiful and some tips and input from y'all too. I want to know things that y'all are doing. I get on YouTube and I look around to see if I can, find new beauty tips or hacks or something that I can do. And about 30, yeah. So I wanted to share a couple of things that I do that maybe you can find some benefit, that you can decide. There are things that I had put off trying. I'd been seeing things out and I said, I'm not going to try. I don't think I can do that. But I bought and I tried, and actually I liked it better than I thought. So I wanted to share a few things that I do and what I think that you might like, you might enjoy. First of all, I'll just say I am no beauty expert. I'm really not so much a girly girl. I'm an outdoors person. But I do like to play with makeup. I think it's fun. I like makeup. I like jewelry. I like to dress up, every once in a while and go out. So when I do, I like to look good. I think we all do. And I like to look good with just a little bit of effort, not a lot. I don't like to work on it so much. But there's just some things over the years I have found that I love, and I'm going to share those with y'all right now. I guess right now, with my eyes, I don't know how well you can see, I do have false lashes on. And I usually get those Ardell Wispies. I use those and I glue them on, and I even sleep in them. They just stay on. And they look the most dramatic if you can go ahead and put your mascara on first. Put your mascara, then you put your fake eyelash with the glue, and then that's it. Then I put my makeup on. I have found that if I do it in a different order, like the makeup can sometimes be oily, or even if you put shadows on your eye, that can be dry and it doesn't stick good. So I start with the eyelash. That's where I start. So that's one thing. And my daughter got this for me. So this is Ardell. It may be backwards on your screen, but there's just a whole lot of crazy exotic looking eyelashes. And I'll try different ones. And these are huge. Some of these you can probably tell. So what I'll do is I'll trim them down. I'll trim, and I always, when you do trim, depends on the particular eyelash. I like the wispy ones. They're a little bit longer on the corners and shorter here. So if I wear those type, you need to start from the outside and trim in, because I have messed that up and I've had I've just done it wrong. It's just best going from that direction out. Some of these are pretty much, well, you can see like this one right here. You can tell how it's wider or longer on the end. So that one, you definitely want to start from the outside when you trim it. But I always have to trim mine. I have small eyes. But when I use the false eyelashes, it makes your eyes look so much more dramatic. And like I say, sometimes I can keep them on for up to 3 days. So imagine 3 days of really not having to do too much to your eyes, except maybe put a little, a little more liner, a little more shadow, whatever. And touch up sometimes underneath the actual lash itself. So I love these. And I didn't wear them until just a few years ago. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I could stick them on there, but you mess with it enough, you watch enough videos, you figure it out. So I just mess with it and I keep messing with it. Even today, this one's not on quite right, but you know what? I don't think you can really tell from a distance. So when I get up closer, you might be able to tell. All right, another thing that I did find, I've been watching these advertisements. I think I was on Facebook when I was watching this, and it's that Unico eye. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But they are just the colors, to change the colors. You don't have to use a prescription to get these. You can get any color you want. But they do have prescriptions if you know your prescription. I wear mine or non-prescription. So tonight I put one in so you can see. Let me see if you can tell. That one is green, and that's my normal eye. And I think they're beautiful. I like to put them in just to kind of give a little bit of a different look, and it's just fun. And they last. They're reusable. They last. They say for up to a year. And I've had this one for over a year, so I really need to get rid of it. But I put it in tonight just to show y'all what it looks like. But you can do blue, you can do green, you can do rust, you can do gold, which I think would be cool. I even saw a photograph, an image of a woman, a dark-haired, dark-eyed woman that had white. She put white in, and it didn't make her eye look white. It made it look kind of gray, and it it's very beautiful. I'm gonna try those next. So that's something. Just mess with it and just play around with it. And instead of like being like me and saying, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can get that in my eye, because that's what I thought. I don't think I can get that in my eye, but I did. I figured it out, and you can too. And I think they're pretty cool. All right. So that's one thing. It's another thing. Oh, and about the eyelashes too. I forgot to say before I move on from that, you can do the magnetic ones. Before, when they first came out, they were making you sandwich your lashes. So you'd have magnetic, and then you'd put it around your lashes, but they've changed. And what they do now is they have this particular tube that you can get. This is Allure. And you paint on like your eyeliner. You just put your liner on, and then you take the lash and you just stick it on there. So that's pretty cool too. I like doing that. That's real easy, and you pretty much can get it in the right spot. The only downside I've found to doing this is that if you don't get it right, sometimes at the very first time you drop it on there, or where it magnetizes, sometimes when you pull it off, it will pull some of the magnetic material with it. That's the only downside. But I like these too. I like these magnetic lashes, and I will wear them. I get the smaller ones typically because my eye, like I said, it's a little bit smaller. And sometimes the big ones, man, they're like huge. So, I mean, they're like, whoo. So I like to get the smaller ones, and then I just put the smaller ones really right here on the edge just to kind of give my eye a little more emphasis. So it's kind of neat and kind of fun. Let's see, another thing. I just had these in. I'm going to pull this out. This is hair extensions. And these are reusable. I bought them probably 3 years ago. They are real hair, and they tape in, and you will hear people say maybe some negative things about damaging your hair. These do not damage your hair. In fact, usually when I have hair extensions in these type, my hair usually gets longer. It's almost like it protects it. It sort of sandwiches it in there. So I like these. I think that this is maybe Halo brand hair extensions. So I do not put them in myself. I do go to someone who can put them in. But you can see here, these that I've used, these are balayaged. So what they do, they'll take a strip of your hair, and then they will sandwich your hair with these two. And it just gives your hair, for me, what reason, I have pretty long hair, but it does help the bottom part of my hair look thicker and fuller and longer. It adds a few more inches, 4 inches. But that little bit, it makes a significant difference when I get that in the way it hangs down in the back. So I do like to put them in, and when I have them in, I will usually have them in, let's see, probably 6 weeks between appointments. And then what they do is they go in and they move them up. They untape them, and then they move them up to your scalp again, because your hair will grow out. And my hair grows fast. So they just keep moving it forward. So this last time I had them in about 2 to 3 months. They moved them up one time, and then I finally got my daughter to help me take them out. So we just took them out not too long ago. This is something I know a lot of people may use. I don't know what kind you use. This is a no-name brand. But what makes it so good, it's got collagen in it. And what I like about that is for my skin, when I use that to cleanse my face, it actually makes my face feel conditioned. So I really like using these little makeup wipes, and I look for the ones. And you can get them in, what's it, Neutrogena? I think Neutrogena makes some. I'm not Simple makes some, but I don't know if they make the ones with collagen. So you need to look for the ones. Sometimes it will say for mature skin, whatever. But I do like these ones that have collagen. And this brand, I think I got this, I want to say at Walgreens or maybe even the dollar store. I did not pay much for them. They feel good when they go on. I love them. So that's another thing. Hopefully you've already met this. You've already used this. I wish they made this 20 years ago or longer than that. This is hair, the dry shampoo. And my goodness, does it ever work. It works wonderfully. I love to use this. And my hair, since it is long, and you might can even tell, it gets dry It gets dry on the edges, so I do avoid like hair drying, blow drying as much as possible. But or washing. I don't like to wash my hair a lot because I feel like the more you wash it, the more it damages it. So that's perfect for your scalp, or spraying around your face is spraying that dry shampoo. So if you haven't tried that, please try the dry shampoo. You can get that stuff, and I have used all kinds of brands, even the old cheap stuff, and for me it works. I love it. And this is one of my new best friends. This is the L'Oreal Magic Root Cover-Up. And I'm telling you, this works. I have used the root cover-ups that you brush in. It just doesn't stay good. It doesn't stick. But you can take that stuff right there and you can spray it. And I've got it in now because my gray is probably out about there. So you can spray that and it stays. I sleep in it. I mean, I might have to touch it up about the second or third day, depending on how much, I put in. Like today, I put a little bit more right in here because you could see it. You can see my gray right in there. So, and I guess it's been about 4 or 5 weeks since I've colored my hair. So it is grown out, but you can't really tell it. And you might could even see a little bit of overspray. I sprayed it earlier today. I was like, oh man, I sprayed on my forehead. So you may want to cover your forehead up, or you may want to dab a little more makeup after you use it. But this is wonderful. And this little bottle will last, I would say, 6 weeks or longer, maybe 3 months, because you're really only going to use it when the gray really starts coming through, or when you've done something different with your hair. Like I usually just do it in my part, but today, since I pulled my hair back, I had to spray it around in some different spots. So this is the L'Oreal. This is, I forget the name of this. Okay, it's a Saint Tropez. This is the self tanner, and I've never used the self tanner that is the clear, but this is my favorite. I like this over the mousse. I use the mousses, but the mousses, you can tell. One advantage, you can tell where you've been. You can. The thing is, it just gets all over everything. It gets all over your sheets. It can get all over your clothes. It can get all over the toilet. I mean, it's yuck. So one thing about this, the clear one, is I use this is for the face, actually, the one I got right here. You put that on the night before, your neck, your face, or even like the décolletage area, and you'll be amazed what it looks like the next day. And the same thing for the body. And I have some for body. I didn't bring it out here, but it's the same name brand. You can get it from Ulta. You probably can order it probably online somewhere. Well, from Ulta or anywhere like that. You can order it. So I do like that clear one. They have another one that is just lotion that's not got the mousse in it. I use that on the body too, and I really like it. You just got to make sure you hit all your spots and have somebody maybe help you with your back. But I love doing that. I love, looking a little tan, and this does beat. We were talking earlier out there on that thread about beauty tips. I used to lay out in the sun a lot. That's not really something we need to be doing a lot of. Even though I think a little bit of sun is good for our skin because of vitamin D, and it actually clears my skin up, but not like a lot of long-term exposure. But that self-tanner stuff is pretty cool. Here's another item. This looks terrible. That I never would have thought I would have used. I didn't think that there was no reason to use this. But this is Mascara Primer. It's just the primer. And this one in particular is Urban Decay. It's called Subversion. And I get this stuff. I buy it all the time. If you put that, if you're not wearing false lashes and you really want your lashes to be thick and long, do this. Now, I know it's an extra step, and that's why I didn't want to fool with it. Because I thought, it's an extra step. I'm not going to do it. Well, I was wrong. You will love it. Put that on first. It thickens your lashes. Let it dry for just a little bit. Only let it dry for maybe 30 seconds. And then go on with your mascara. And my goodness, it just makes your lashes, it makes them look longer. It makes them look thicker. And you get just, I really believe, for me, I believe it actually conditions my lashes. I think it's healthier. Seem to do better. So I highly recommend that. L'Oreal did make the double wanded thing, and I've not been seeing that as much, where one end was the primer and one end was a mascara. So I couldn't buy it anymore, so that's what drove me to the Urban Decay Subversion. But I really like the primer. So if you've never tried it, try it. All right. Let's see. I don't know what our time is, too. I'm trying to... All right. I'm going to go about 5 more minutes, Brenda. All right. This is what I use for foundation most of the time. And it's very inexpensive. But I'm telling you, I love it. This is Covergirl Ageless. And it's got the oil of Olay in it. I wear this stuff. I've been wearing it for years. And I thought they were not making it anymore. I couldn't find it on somewhere I was shopping. And I was like panicking. I'm like, I use that stuff all the time. But it's still going strong. It's, as far as expense, it's very affordable. It used to be about $14.95 for one of these little bottles. And because of the way they've designed this pump, you get all of the makeup. You use all of the makeup out of it. It just keeps moving forward. You get it all. You don't waste a lot. Like, you know, some of the bottles when you have to pour it out, or some of the pumps that have the little tube that go down in there. It's like you never can get all of it. But this one, I love the way, the design, and I love the way this goes on and the way it feels. It's so comfortable. And it's, like I say, it's affordable. I'm sure it's not $14.95 now. Maybe it's $16, $17, $18, but still. Now I'm about to show you the expensive stuff. I was watching one of those makeup, pay-per-view, whatever, promotional things about some sort of spray-on makeup professional system. And so I started to investigate and research it, and I decided to buy one. And I actually do love it. It is the prettiest makeup I have ever put on. It will take a little bit of time to get used to basically what you're doing. You're airbrushing on your makeup. But the one I bought, it is to me the most hygiene friendly, user friendly, because some of them, the way they were made, you had to clean them every time. I'm not going to clean that thing and pour all that stuff out, pour your makeup back into it, and there's no way. No, I want to have something that I can just pick up, put my makeup in, and just spray it and not have to clean it up. This is Temp 2. That's what it looks like. It recharges right there. And here's the pods. It has pods that go in it. You can see. There's what it looks like, the makeup color. And you just take this off. And in the back is where it plugs in. You like undo this. See, I'll spray a little bit on if I can get it on. It clips in. Like that, like a little gun. You turn it on, and you have a couple settings back here. And I always go up pretty much to the top one. And then you have a little lever, and you just take the lever, and I'll do on my neck. And you just spray it on. And you're supposed to be about like 6-8 inches away. You probably can't see what it's doing. I can't really tell. There it goes. It might even be stopped up. I haven't used it in a while. But I love this stuff. I take this sometimes when I travel and I go somewhere that I really like, a special trip, like an anniversary trip. You're going somewhere that you've always wanted to go and you want to look good. It's so easy to take this with you. And take that pod, and the way it works is you have a pod for it. I'm going to get out my other pods. I even have a pod. You have like contouring pods that you can do your blush. You even have pods you can do your hair. They have the hair color. And they even have the primers where you can prime it. And they have the highlighter pods that you can do your highlighter too. So Temp 2 is my favorite. I've researched them all. And it's just the easiest and the cleanest, but it is not the cheapest. It is not, to me, very practical as far as expense. One of those pods cost about, I believe about $40, $45. They're not refillable, so you throw them away, which that is the convenience factor. And they tell you they should last you about 4 weeks. I cannot get mine to last 4 weeks. I used mine one time about every day, and I think I made it 17 days. So to me, that's pretty pricey. When you're paying $45 for 17 days, that's a bit much. But if you wanted to just use it like for like once a week for date night or go to whatever, some special something that you've got to go to or get your picture made, I think that would be the perfect thing. Just have that as your backup or as your specialty makeup. But when you put that on, your skin does look great. It just covers good. Sometimes I know when I do wear this makeup and I touch it, it'll get a little flaky looking, so you don't get that. It really get a beautiful, beautiful finish. So for that, I give it an A. All right. All right, I got to show this. This is kind of funny, but I'm going to tell a story about this lady. I was in the Florida Keys, and we were having dinner around, we were just having cocktails, really around a fire pit one night. We were there in October, so it was a little bit cool. And there was a beautiful couple sitting across from us, and she had dark skin, and she had on a top that you couldn't wear a bra. It needed to be strapless or whatever. And what she had done, she had put those, like those daisy pasties or whatever on, but you could see those things. And I thought, my goodness. And I've used those too. I've used one similar to that. And I thought, oh my goodness, I did not know that you could see them that well. And it wasn't just because of the color of her skin. It was the outline of it. It looked just like a flower, right there. You could see through her shirt or, underneath it, just the outline. So I found these. And I found these at a, like a dollar store or CVS. I actually found them down there in the Keys because I needed something for a dress that had like no straps and just wanted to look decent. These look like this. They are extremely very affordable. I don't know if they're $10 or $14, and they're reusable. You just keep using them. Let me see if I can show. And they just come off like that. And there's two of them. And I just put them back. Every time I just put them back in. This was a great hack because it does cover. They stay on. So if you've got a dress, sometimes it has that triangular look and it's like that in the back. And you need something that gives you coverage and make you feel like, you're not all out there. Your headlights going off everywhere. I highly recommend that. I don't know the name brand. It doesn't have it on there. But really, you can get them just going to like Ulta. I think I saw them in Ulta, the same ones. But they're kind of like some sort of a silicone. And I think they make different sizes. I don't know what size that is, but that's plenty enough for my little self. So I love those. Those were a good little tip, a good little hack. And I got one more thing. Let's see. I got everything. I wanted to show something that I did see on a YouTube video that made a lot of sense. This lady was showing about lips because, we were going to talk about some other things. We hadn't quite, well, anyway, we'll continue. We'll finish with this. But she was showing ways to make your lips look full. I have actually very full lips. Since as with age, they're not as full as they were. But she was showing, if you take like a lip liner and you go under your lip, like, let's see, like there. So you want to be on the line a little bit below, and I'm probably being a little more dramatic. And the same thing at the top, be a little bit on the line or above. It all depends on your lips. Let's see. And I'm using like a flesh color. This is old. I have no idea what this is. You can see I've used most of it up. So. But you don't have to line your whole lip like going out there. And sometimes it doesn't look good when you get on out here, especially if you have some wrinkles. It just makes them look more pronounced, I guess is the word. So I try to stay as close, like almost like the lip, the color of my lip, and just line right in there, and right there, a little bit below. And then take some sort of a clear, I use really close to lip color again. This right here, my daughter got me. It's just the inexpensive stuff. This is Elf. No, this is Anastasia. This is Anastasia, so it's pretty good stuff. And I'll just put it on there. And that's all I pretty much do. And I love that for the lips. It just, and then I try to blend it too. There you go. Trying to make sure I didn't have a line showing right there. I hate that. When you can really tell that somebody's got lip liner on. It's not meant to look like that. It's meant to look like your lip. So do that. Sometimes if you really want dramatic lips, do what I was showing like right here, because I only just did right there and right there. But if you really want them dramatic, put the lip liner on the inside. Darken it there, and there and there, and just color it in. And then line around the top line, you'll get that pouty look. And sometimes if I really want my lip to really even be more dramatic than that, after I put the lip gloss, which is mostly, I rarely wear lipstick anymore. Mostly I just do lip gloss. I will even take like a luminescent powder. If you have like something that maybe you would use for highlighter, like that white or almost white highlighter, take it and take your finger and dip into your powder and just put a little bit right there. It'll make that bottom lip just look pouty and look gorgeous, like it's supposed to. So I hope you've enjoyed. I think tonight is fun, and we'll do more. We have more things that we're going to talk about next week, and it's going to be about beauty. So, and also I did do a little recording of the little beauty parlor. I am getting ready to work on it. So I would love to have everybody's input, and I'd like to know what you think and just help me get through this, help me keep my sanity. So it's fun. I like doing it. I love being out here with you guys. So please stay engaged, be involved. What you've learned can help somebody else. So please share. We want you out here sharing. And we want to become women that we can admire. And we also want to become beautiful women, which I know we already are. So I love y'all, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining me out here, and I will see you. I may do I may do another coffee thing. I'm not sure about the timing of it all. I'm trying to find a time that works for everybody. So we'll see you out here though again, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening and a wonderful week. Bye.